Hello crafters, Leanne Thompson here from Creative Memories. I'm so excited to be here for the first time and be your Creative Memories advisor and representative for this Mega Make and Take event. Thank you Expo for having me and allowing me to participate. I hope that everybody enjoys what they see in their kit and has fun making it with me today, and then explore some of our products later and see what great stuff we have. Creative Memories has come a long way, and I've been a renewed consultant for a couple of years now, but I was with Creative Memories way back when and have been with Scrapbook Expo from way back when. I love you guys and I miss y'all so much, and look forward to the live events coming back for sure. But meanwhile, we get to do this and have a fun experience doing the virtual Mega Make and Take. So I hope you enjoy it. We're going to get to the kit and see what's inside and make some fun stuff. See you in a second. All right. So everybody should have this kit in their Mega Make and Take box. It's a fantastic collection of 4 pages of fun. If you're a 12 by 12 scrapbooker like I am, then you're going to love doing this. So let's open it up and see what's inside. This is our new Proptoberfest 2020 event packet that normally is only available through your advisor, but because of COVID and some things going on where we can't be live and in person, Creative Memories allowed us to be able to sell these directly to customers, and luckily I was able to get my hands on enough to make all these boxes so you guys can do it at home with me. So the first thing you'll see is your coupon has a little information about me and what my specials are, which I'll share those with you more later. You have this fun little packet of embellishments, which you'll see are, oops, that was upside down. You'll see that are just the Proptoberfest 2020 special packet, and these actually are only available through your advisor. So you guys are all lucky and you get to have one from me. You have an instruction sheet for your cutting guide. You have a fun project recipe spread and how it looks with and without photos, spread 1 and 2. You also have a fun sticker sheet, which we'll use later. And then you also have 6 fabulous 2-sided designer papers. You'll see those are each 2-sided, and then our fabulous cardstock. You get 2 sheets of our cardstock, which is also incredible. You'll love using this cardstock. It's color through and through without a white core, so when you cut it, you don't have all those jagged white edges. So you'll find that when you're using our cardstock, you will fall in love with it. All right, so with that being said, the first thing we're going to do is start cutting. So you're going to need your paper trimmer. I have my favorite, which if you don't have the Creative Memories trimmer, you are going to want it after this event, I am sure, because it is the most fabulous cutter ever. And I've been scrapbooking for a long time and been going to the expo for gosh, over 20 years, and this is by far my favorite. And I have tried everything, and I do still have every cutter there is, but this one has been my favorite so far, and I'll show you why as we work through making these cuts. So you have your cutting guide, and we're going to start with the most difficult one first because a lot of people have trouble with this. It's this apple paper. So on one side it has the fabulous 3 colored apples, and on the other side, it's this striped green. So one thing you need to make yourself aware of when you're cutting, especially when it's a paper like this, it's a pattern that needs to be upright. If you want your apples to be upright, you need to make sure that you turn the paper the correct way when you're making your cuts. So if you look at your cutting guide with me, I like to start at the longest piece first and then progress up. So at the very bottom where it says 12 by 1.5, I'm just going to turn my paper in the cutter, knowing that I want the 12-inch length, and measure all the way to 1.5. So my 1.5 cut, and you have your strip with your paper, your apples upright. So that's your first cut. Your next one is 12 by 5.5. So I'm just going to move my paper down to 5.5, make my cut, and there's that one. I usually set these aside just so they're out of the way in the stack that I'm making. All right, next cut. You'll see that these are both 11 by something. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my paper the correct way, cut it at 11. And that little scrap that you have left over, just put it aside. You might use it later, you might not. So these two are an 11 by 2 and an 11 by 3. So I'm going to just cut my 2 first. And I should have 3 inches left. So there's my 2-inch. I'm going to just check it real quick. And I do have a 3-inch. So the tricky part about making these sometimes, which are your flags off of the end of your paper. I don't know if you can see that. You can probably see it closer on your instructions. But you have that little point that creates a flag. A trick that I like to do, sometimes people love it, sometimes they don't, but this is the way that I do it and make sure I do it pretty even, because sometimes I'm a stickler for liking things to be even. Is the first thing I'm going to do, this is the correct way. So you want your apples turned this way, so orienting it to the cut that you have here. I'm going to turn it on. You can use a ruler, you can use your cutting mat, however you like to make your marks on paper. Let me scoot that up so it's in frame. So on my cutting mat, I have a measurement of 12 inches across the bottom. I'm going to just turn it the correct way, and I have 2 inches. So on my first one at 2 inches, I'm going to just make a dot where the 1-inch mark is, because that's halfway. And then the same thing on the upward part. I think I want my point to be only about 1 inch. So I'm going to make a dot at the inch on the side and come over here and make another dot on the inch. So you should have 3 marks on your paper if this is how you like to do it. Sometimes freehanding it's okay too, which a lot of people like to do that as well. So the next thing you're going to do is just line up your dot. So this dot is here, and then my other dot is here to make a clean cut. And it's just on my cutting mat inside my trimmer where I can see the blade line up. And that's the nice thing about our fantastic trimmer, which I'll show you, is inside the trimmer housing, the blade housing rather, there's a little point, if you can see it right here. And so when you see where that point is pointing, that is exactly where your rotary blade that's inside the housing is going to cut. So from dot to dot, I'm just making my cut, and it's a nice clean cut. Then I'm going to turn it, do the same thing here, and I'm just lining up this dot. Oops, sorry, I'm going the wrong way. This dot with this one right on the cutting line. And again, on this side, I can see the same mark. So I have that same arrow that points to where my blade is. And I'm going to just make a clean cut. And voila, I have my flag point cut. So put that aside. And now I do save that scrap actually. I'm going to do the same thing. So my apple's oriented the correct way. I'm turning it, and now this is a 3-inch banner. So half of the 3 inches is 1.5 inches. I'm making a little dot there. I think I want this one to actually go 1.5 inches as well, so that it's more even. So I'm doing a little dot at 1.5 inches, little dot at 1.5 inches. Lining it up. Both of my dots right on my cutting line. It's not always exact, but it's close. I see where my blade is going to cut. Boom. Same thing here. Dot and a dot. Line it up. And I have a nice little point on my banner. So, all right. Page 1, done. Next page you're going to pull over is this fantastic apple page again. It has the denim blue on one side and then this fabulous apple print on the other. So similarly, we're going to cut it using the project recipe cutting menu, I like to call it. And at the bottom, you can see where there's a piece of paper that has the striped lines through it. That's basically a scrap, but I never say they're scraps. I say that they're useful pieces. So I'm going to take that useful piece and put it aside, and I will definitely use it later. So this one is 4.5 by 1.5. So the 1.5 is obviously the shortest part of it. I mean the lengthwise. So I'm going to cut the 1.5 all the way down the paper. And then I'm going to turn it and cut my 4.5. So here's my 4.5. So that one's done, ready to go, make my pile. The next two are 4 by 6. So again, making sure my apples are oriented the correct way. I mean, if it doesn't bother you, then no biggie, but I like to have mine upright, especially if it's a picture that definitely needs to be upright. So this one is a 4 by 6. Since it's a 12-inch piece of paper, this is easy. Just cut it your 4 inches all the way down. Oops, I didn't quite press hard enough. So the nice thing is I'll just zip it back in there. Make that cut. Turn it. And because it's 4 by 6, all I have to do is cut once, and it's going to create both of those for me. So 2 4 by 6s. The next one is a 12 by 1.5. So 1.5. One's ready. I'm finished with that one. The next is 11 by 3, but the other one is also an 11 by 2. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the lengthwise off to get rid of the extra inch on the end so it's out of the way. Again, a fun little scrap to put aside. So that next one is 11 by 3. And the leftovers of that should be your 11 by 2. So 1 3-inch, 1 2-inch. And then we're going to do the same thing and cut your flags. If you like to do it this way, again, this is the most simple way to do it, but also keeping them even. So my 3-inch is here. I know it's 3 inches. Half of that is 1.5. And then again, up here is 1.5 and 1.5. That's why I love this. I'm going to go ahead and mark my 2-inch too. That's why I love this cutting mat that we have because of the measurements on it. So 1 inch, 1 inch, and 1 inch. Made my dots. And now I'm just going to line up my dots here and here. I see where my cutter is cutting. Make the cut. A dot and a dot. So there you go. You have your nice flag with an even cut. I know some people, it drives them crazy when it's an uneven cut, and I get that, like making handmade tags or flags. So that's the simplest way that I have found to do it, is to use my measurements on my mat to make those even cuts. So voila, you have it done. All right, so page 2, cutting is done. Now we're moving on to page 3. And that is the beautiful piece that we just cut with all the apples. If you turn it over, you'll see that it's denim on the other side. And this one's super easy. The first thing you're going to do is cut a 3-inch, then another 3-inch, then a 6-inch. You should have a 6-inch left over. So line it up. Cut your 3-inch strip. Slide it right in. Cut another 3-inch strip. Just like that. And then you should have your 6-inch left over. I'm checking it just to make sure. So there's your 6-inch. So then you have 2 4-inch cuts. Line up your 4-inch. Line up your 4-inch. The fun thing about this trimmer, I'll show you while we're doing this, is if you notice when you're cutting, we have these fabulous measurements for a lot of scrapbookers that like to do specific photo mats. We have the measurements already there. So there's a 3 by 3, a 4 by 6, a 4.5 by 6.5, and a 5 by 7. So if you have a piece of paper and you're just trying to do a quick cut, you have that measurement already established on your trimmer. So that's a fun little piece of information on that. So all of your denim your last two denim pieces, which should be 3 inches. Now you can just stack them together. Measure at 4 inches. You should have 2 there. And then another 4 inches. 2 there. And then your last 2. So you should have 6 total of those. All right, so page 3 is done. Now you can move on to page 4. So I'll let you guys catch up a little bit while you're catching up, doing your cutting. Cutting your papers before we do the last page. I'll tell you that some of you are inkers, and I love that. I'm an inker myself. I enjoy doing that a lot. So once you've cut all of your papers per the instruction sheet, if you want to ink, that would be the time to do it before you start assembling your pages, because obviously once you assemble, the ink won't go on as easily. So I'll show you a variation of those, some with ink, and then of course these without. So if you do like to ink, I'll show you how to do that. But I'm sure most of you are familiar. So the next page, last one, you're gonna have a 5.5 by 12. This page pattern, it doesn't matter which way, so you're okay to turn it however you like. So the first one is a 12 by 5.5. Like I said, I like to cut my longest pieces first. So my 5.5 is here. That one's done. And then I should have 6.5 by 4.5. So with this, I should already have my 6.5, which I do. So I'm just going to turn my page, do 2 4.5s. 1, 2. And again, you can see on this cutter, on this trimmer, the measurement for the 4.5 is already there. So you just line it right up, make your 4.5, and then you have this little piece left, which is going to be your 3 1/4 by 3. So you should have your 3 1/4 right there. And it should already be your 3-inch measurement, which you can see again is already on your cutting mat. So I'll just stack those up, and page 4 is cut, and you have all of your cuts completed. So your cutting guide you can use for other projects if you want to, which is fun. If you have other paper packs, which we have fantastic designer paper packs that are not just the Croptoberfest. We have lots of other beautiful papers that I'll share with you later in my other video. So we're going to start assembling, and we're going to do page 1 or spread 1 layout. The first page is going to be your striped white and green page, which I love. So you have your spread, your project recipe spread 1 page, which if you want to see it in full color, how it's going to look finished, then there you go. Otherwise, you can follow along and do it with me. So page 1, really simple. We're going to first start with one of these fantastic squares. I like to just line mine up first. You'll see that it has where you want to line up your pages. It tells you, or you can just visualize it and decide for yourself if you want it to be 1 inch down, or kind of your placement. Sometimes I know it's hard to make page layouts when you don't have your photos. However, with this one, the nice thing is that the photos are a specific measurement. So it tells you right on the spread page how big your photo would be to fill the photo mat that you're putting down. So the next piece is going to be your apples. And again, I like to just lay it down, see what it's going to look like, and make sure. Then you'll take your other apple page that's turned the other way, and your apples are upright. Remember, you cut it properly. I'm going to put that one at about 1 inch as well. So that direction. Then you have your fun floral paper here. 3, 1, 2, 3 of those fantastic denim pieces. Again, if you're chalking, this is the time to do it, because you want to get those edges taken care of before, or inking before you put your mats down. So then you're going to have 1, 2, and 3. which is fantastic. And next you'll do your embellishments. So if you like the placement of that, which I love the way it already is, and the nice thing about a project recipe is that's how it comes, already ready to go. So now you're just going to start gluing it down. Use your tape runner or whatever glue that you love. I love our fantastic little tape runner, which gets some tiny pieces, but it also will take care of the big pieces, and it's a nice permanent photo quality glue that doesn't ruin your photos. So I'm going to just start gluing them down. So the first thing's going to be that fun 3 1/4 by 3 square. Again, I'm just lining up at my 1-inch mark. Oops. Which is where I love it. Next is my stripe on one side and apples on the other. Make sure before you glue it down that you check that your apples are upright. If they're not, I don't know, maybe you want to use it a different way. It's okay. There's no mistakes in scrapbooking, right? So I'll just come here, line up my flush edge here. And there you go. Same here. Ooh, I'm going to go down to 1/2 inch on that one. All right. I like this one about halfway there. So lining that one up with about 1 inch left at the banner at the bottom. And then our sweet little denim pieces. If you're a very clean edge and nice straight line scrapbooker, then definitely some of our project recipes and kits are the way to go, because you're going to find that as simple as it is, the pages turn out so beautiful, and you can embellish and do things to the pages however you choose, and make it your own. One thing with Creative Memories that I've learned through the years, because things have changed so much in the company, is that you can be a really elaborate scrapbooker and you can do lots of fancy stuff and combine kits and do great things, or you can be a simple scrapbooker and invest in our Fast to Fab books and albums and pages, and you can literally do a 30-page album in a weekend. So there's lots and lots of great ways to make your albums the way you like them with our company. You have your fun little embellishment kit now. I'm going to open it up and lay some of my embellishments out. I never throw away anything. Like I said, even this card that's inside your embellishment pack, it's so super cute. If you'll see on the back side, it says Croptoberfest 2020. But this is a great piece of paper that you can use for something else. And I will show you with some of the scraps what you can do that's fun, and make even a card with your leftover scraps. That's what's fun about these, and especially with our designer paper packs. Literally, there's little to no scraps left over. So it's super fun when you can make that happen, I think. All right, so you have your sticker sheet and you have your embellishments here, and you'll notice that on page 1 it has a few embellishments and stickers that you can add to your page. I'll do that just as it shows you, and the first 2 are the banners that you see there. And so there is the reddish colored banner and the blue banner, which are fabulous. I love those. If you are a pop dotter or a foam square scrapbooker and you love to do that, then there's a fabulous way of using these, which are embellishments that don't have adhesive on them. But I'm going to show you a trick with stickers to make them pop dotty and 3-dimensional if you want to in just a minute. So the first thing is putting those 2 on. So banner number 1. Go ahead and put that down. Banner number 2. And then you'll see it has this fun Making Memories, which is a sticker. So on your sticker sheet, you have that, and you can just stick it right on there. I kind of like the overlap, so I'm going to actually stick it on my banner. And then the next one is, as you dig through your embellishments, this fabulous little piece. You'll see that's like a little starburst and a heart. Well, the heart is a sticker. So on your sticker sheet, you see the heart, and you see those two are together. Well, what I like to do is this. I'm going to show you my trick. So this, because it's just an embellishment, it does not have adhesive on it. I went ahead and put my sticker there, my glue there, sticking it down. And the sticker, I want to be a little bit three-dimensional. So I'm going to just take my foam squares, and on the back of the sticker, I'm using my tiny ones, I'm going to put my 3 little foam squares, but leave the covering to the sticky part of my foam squares. I don't know if you can see that. So I'm leaving the covering on there, but my sticker part, see, is still sticky. So if you don't have one of these, which are fabulous, this is not a Creative Memories product, but it's fantastic. It's actually a bottle that I've refilled multiple times from 𝐂𝐭𝐡 Success. And you can use baby powder, you can use cornstarch. You just basically brush on there where the sticker part is. And now you have turned your sticker into an embellishment that doesn't have sticky on it anymore. So when you go to put it on your paper, instead of the sticker part sticking down, all you're going to do is peel back your little dots, your foam dots, and now you have a three-dimensional heart with your foam squares. So if you can see that, it's hard to tell, I know, on a flat surface, but so now my heart is three-dimensional and cute. And so I made a sticker into a 3D embellishment, and that's my trick. All right, so moving right along to the next one, you have here this cute little red apple, which is in the embellishment pack. You also have the love, which is a sticker from your sticker sheet. And you also have this fun embellishment leaf set, which is here. So the first thing I would do is actually take the love off of the sticker sheet, stick my embellishment to the bottom of it, and then go ahead and stick it to the apple. Again, if you want this to be three-dimensional, then by all means, make it three-dimensional with your pop dots or your foam squares. So now you have a sticker with embellishments added. Because the apple's not a sticker, you're going to want to put some adhesive on the back of that one. And voila. There you go. All right, so page 1, complete. Moving right along to page 2, you take your fantastic piece of red cardstock, which is here. It's so beautiful, crimson cardstock. I love this paper. It's beautiful. So fantastic for Christmas, but also for fall, and it looks fabulous with the plaid. I love our plaid paper too. So again, we're going to just copy what we did almost on the other page with reversing it. So take your square. I did 1 inch, correct? I have to look at it just to make sure, because I want them to match up when they're open, when I open my book. Oh wait, it's this way. Yes, so 1 inch. Maybe I did half. Okay, there we go. So that one is going to be right at 1 inch. Now I've got my apple banner that's the other direction. And I did those at 1/2 inch. And then I have my fabulous photo mats. And if you like to position your photos a different direction, then by all means, you know, to go ahead and do that. And also sometimes I understand that not attaching the photo mats is important because you want to make sure you have the correct photo size before you do it. So that's your layout. Love it. All right. So I'm just going to quickly take them off and start adhering my cuts. I hope I'm not going too fast. That's one thing that being from the South, I tend to do is talk really fast. So with this being my first go at it, I hope that I do okay. If I don't and I need pointers, then by all means, y'all post and tell me what you think. I'm sure many of you have experienced Creative Memories products before and love it. And if not, and you want to love it, then I am happy to share with you some of our fantastic products. And when I share my video later, doing my bit about our great stuff, you will see what I mean about how much I love our product line. Ooh. So there we go. I didn't quite get that to the edge. So there you go. First 2 strips are down. Now I have my photo mats. And my other 3. Actually, you know what? I'm going to start over here. All right, there we go. So page 2 is almost complete. Again, we have our fun embellishments. So you see the flag is here. And then you have from your sticker sheet the family fun. This one. The leaf sticker. And This Is Us, which is another fun one. And if you don't like those and you want to do something different, then you can. So the first thing I'll do is take that embellishment piece, put the leaf on. Make such a cute thing, cute piece. I actually might use pop dots on that, or foam squares rather. Give that one a little bit of 3 dimension. So I think I'm gonna just lay it there for now until I decide. I love the family fun, but I think I want it to tuck under. So I'm going to tuck that one just under. Oops. Glue this one down. A nice banner. The fun thing about these banners is you can always write a nice little message on there, or what the event is, or some kind of cute saying, or if you'd like, and we have these fantastic pieces as well that kind of match up. You could even take the good times and put it here because it kind of matches the green. I'll go ahead and do that. And then you've got the other 2 that match the other banners that you used on page 1 as well. So next up we have, let's go ahead and adhere that. This is a great set for any kind of fall fun or event. I don't know about you guys, but I love to go pick apples. And we actually live in Georgia, but I grew up in South Carolina. And so every year my parents took us to the apple orchard in North Carolina, in Hendersonville actually. And we would pick apples. Favorite memory as a child. And so we try to do the same with our kids and take them apple picking every year. And we actually go back to South Carolina, stay with my parents, and then drive into North Carolina to do that for the day. So it's lots of fun. And this paper and this collection couldn't be better for that. So if you really love it and want to snatch some of it, you definitely need to order it quickly because we're going to run out. I don't even know if there's much left. So I've ordered a few. And if you love it and want to make extra apple pages after this event, reach out to me and I can hook you up with some more paper packs of the Croptoberfest. All right, so page 2 complete. Look at that, fabulous. And we're going to move on to page 3 and 4. So after we lay out the other 2 and get our pieces glued down, I'm going to show you what I do to fluff my page. And if you like to do that, then by all means fluff. All right, so spread 2, page 3. It is this beautiful plaid. Oh my gosh, I love this plaid. It could be fall, it could be Christmas. It reminds me of my favorite flannel shirt. So I love it. And it's just such a fun color. I love it. It could go with anything just about. All right, so next up you're going to have your paper that was the beautiful apples on one side. Remember the upright apples? So now you're going to flip it over and it's stripes. These beautiful stripes. And then again with your photo mats, it's these fabulous pieces that are the denim. So you have 1, 2, and 3. Oh, wait, forgot my stripe. So pull out your apple stripe that's at the bottom right there. It's kind of tucked away in there, sneaky. Okay, there we go. All right, so that is your layout for that one. So simple, but now you can glue it down. If you like the direction of the photos, great. If not, you can turn your whole page another way, or you could try to fit them in and turn your photos a different way. If you're more of a, a horizontal versus a vertical photo imager, then do it how you like it. It's all your own. This is merely a recipe, which is a suggestion. I'm going to do it exactly as it says. I'm going to stay inside the box today so that you ladies can enjoy making the projects. Y'all have to give me a shout out if you're in Georgia. When I join these events, I've done several of the Mega Make and Takes. I don't see too many of my Georgia girls on there, which is crazy because we love going to the Duluth show every year and decorating tables and dressing up in costumes and having a good old time. So I miss my Duluth event and cannot wait till we get back to that again. And y'all have to come see me if you're in Georgia. Maybe the next live event we have, maybe I could have a vendor booth. If not, I'll still be in the crop room being crazy and enjoying myself with the rest of you. So my daughter, Jenny, has been coming with me for several years now, and she's 15. Oh my gosh. And loves to craft and make art. And last year was the first year that I let my youngest daughter come, because I allow them to start coming when they're 10 so that they're mature enough to handle it. Okay, sorry, I'm going to pause there. Sticker sheet, embellishment sheet, so that you can see where that came from. And I'm not throwing some crazy new paper in there. And that just goes right across the top. And the reason you want to do that first is because in case your photo mats are going to overlap them in any way, on this layout it doesn't, but just in case, I wanted to make sure you got that sticker strip down for your border. So anyway, back to my story. So my 10-year-old daughter got to come last year for the first time, and it was such a big hit that she loved it, and she was looking so forward to this year and had her plan down of everything she was going to make and work on her diamond dots and, her photo album and anything she wanted to. And then when COVID hit, oh my goodness, she was so sad. So I've tried very hard to have some little mini events, mom and daughter events in my studio here at home, just so that they could participate. And these virtual events have been a saving grace, because I'll tell you, as expensive as it is to buy extra Mega Make and Take boxes, it's worth it, because my girls are having a great time participating and following along with these events. So thank you to all the vendors that are doing it, because it has saved me as a mom. All right, so photo mats are down. I'll give you all a second to catch up. And while you're catching up, we'll go ahead and look for our embellishments. So you see here in the corner, you have this fun little banner, and there's a couple of leaves. I believe it's the green one, and the red one is so tiny. Okay, so those 3 pieces, and then actually from the sticker sheet, it's also the So Happy, which is applied right to that banner. So I'll go ahead and take that off. We'll stick it right on there. And then these are just glued on. You can use your wet glue or your dry adhesive, however you like it. I'll just turn mine over and I'm going to just stick it right on there. No rhyme or reason how or why. Just put them on there how you like. Give them a little adhesive and boom, you have a sticker. So on that bottom corner, sometimes I have a hard time wanting to do this because I'm afraid I won't be able to tuck my photo in. So I did do my adhesive down closer, sorry, I'm out of frame, down closer to the bottom of the embellishment and left the top dry so that if I put it overlapping my photo mat, I can still tuck a photo underneath without it sticking to it because I don't have my photos printed yet. They're trapped in my phone and in my camera. All right, so page number 3, complete. Are y'all ready to move on to 4? Am I going too fast? I hope not. And as a matter of fact, I think I may have even missed an embellishment on page 1. But the tricky thing is, or the nice thing is, you can go back to that. So if you see on page 1, there's this fabulous little scallop sticker. It's so cute. It was right at the bottom, and I didn't put it where it tucked under my apples. So I'm going to have to cut a little bit of it off and cheat. So get it right up against the photo, the edge of the photo mat. I'm going to cut that little piece off and just barely lift my apple. Boom. Stick it under there. Mistake corrected. So there we go. And the same on page 2. It was so cute, and I didn't put it on there. I'm mad at myself. So page 2, I'm back to that with the red cardstock. Same thing. This time I don't have an embellishment in the way, so I can put it all the way down. It's a little bit shorter than the photo mat, but that's okay, because if you wanted to go back and add an embellishment in the corner, you could. Or, how about this? That piece I cut off, I'm going to use on the other one. Voila. There you go. All right, so there's page 2 again. All right, page 3 is complete. Now we're going to move on to page 4, and we are getting so close to being finished. I can't stand it. This was so easy and fast. I hope everybody's enjoying it. So you need your blue flower pattern paper, which is the big wide piece. Then you have your cute apples again at the bottom. And you have your fun mats here and here. And then this fabulous little piece that had the apples, and you have that little banner for the bottom that we're going to create something fun with. So all your papers are there. Now all you have to do is get them down. If you like for them to be even, exactly lined up as the project recipe shows, sometimes I will lay my other page right up against it so that I can make sure, even though I think my measurements are exact, sometimes they're not, to make sure the top of that page that's continuing on, especially if it's going to be an album where you open the page and these two are side by side. So just like that. And look, I did it uneven. Oh my goodness. Quick. Get that up. Okay. Now I got it all the way to my edge. Good thing I didn't press that down. Next, you'll want to put down your long strip because it's underneath some of your mat. your photo mats. Oh, sorry. So sorry. My fur babies always have to be with me in my craft room. So when someone knocks at the door or rings the doorbell, they go a little nuts. Next up is going to be your sticker sheet. And your sticker sheet, again, you have that beautiful leaf sticker banner. You want to pull that off and just line it up. I think I'm going to turn it so it's the other opposite direction. There you go. Photo mats. Perfect. If you're not ready to put photos down on your layouts yet and you want to save it for a special event, or you know you're going to, say, pick apples soon or have a fall photo shoot, just hold on to this sheet that has the project recipe on it, which is nice because, again, it shows you the measurement for the photos inside the white dotted lines that are there. So it'll help you when you're cutting a photo and being prepared to finish your layout. So just tuck these away and save your project recipe sheet, and it'll come in handy. All right. So all of the papers are down. Now we're going to go back to our embellishments and look at those again. You'll see in your paper embellishment kit, you have this cute little banner, which is here. You have this fun plaid circle, which is here. And like I said, again, you can mix it up and use these however you like. If you want to use the leaves, great. If not, so those are there at the bottom. And then this one just has the spending time together sticker at the bottom. So just assemble those how you like. I'll do mine quickly. And you can play around with it. If you're not ready to put them on, then of course just save them and do it when you're ready. I do like that one, but I think I'm going to make my sticker 3D again. So spending time together, love it. I'm going to take it, put my foam squares right across the top, or the back rather. And I'm going to do my little trick again, whoops, with my baby powder. And just brush it right on. And using an older paintbrush and a little bowl with baby powder or cornstarch in it works exactly the same. So this little dispenser I just happened to have and use that was originally for that. So I learned that trick a long time ago, believe it or not, at one of the fantastic vendors at Expo. And I have used it and used it and used it for years. So, all right, all my foam square dots are off. Now I'm going to line it up right there. Put it down. Then at the top of your page, you see this fun banner. And actually, I used the green sticker that was there. So I'm going to use the This Is Us on there. So it'll look a little different maybe, because I didn't follow the rules. I'm such a rule breaker. And then these two leaves. I believe it's this one and, oh, I may have used the other leaf somewhere else. I think I did. The little red leaf. That's okay. So I'll use this one. So a sticker. That one I'll have to put some adhesive. It's actually on the front, but I kind of like it. Ooh, I'll put this one on the front. Okay, so I switched it up on you guys. I'm sorry. This one is a sticker from the sticker sheet right here. This one is the blue from the embellishment pack. And the This Is Us is the red banner from the sticker sheet. So I did switch it up just a little bit. Put some adhesive on the back because it's part sticker, part embellishment. And then I'm going to just stick it right in the corner of mine. So fun. So you have a few stickers left, and then you have your paper scraps left, which I'll show you in a bit what you can do with those, which are kind of fun. I love doing things like that with my scraps. But you'll notice on this page, on page 4, if you look at your project recipe, it shows a 4x4 spot for a photo. That's right here, and it's just for you if you want to apply a 4x4, it's space for that. You could put a journaling box there, or voila, you could use this fabulous piece of paper that was in the embellishment pack, put it there, cover the Croptoberfest, because if you're not using the term Croptoberfest, you might want to cover it with something else. Put a banner, put a piece of paper, stick the rest of your stickers there, whatever you'd like, and that can be actually a mat for a photo. So that's a tricky way to use up some of your scraps, and you have these fun little pieces left as well. So that's that. You have finished page 4, page 3, page 2, and page 1. Awesome. If you're all caught up and you want to do another little embellishment or fun thing to your page, which I like to do sometimes, just to give it a little bit of enhancement. If you have a white gel pen or a white pen, or silver looks great too. We have fabulous pens that are two-sided. So you have a fine tip and a fatter tip on the end. I love, love, love our pens just because of the detail work. But you can just go through your photo mats if you like and just give it a little stitch. Sometimes it enhances the photo just a little bit and highlights it. But also it lends itself to, you know, this type of paper with the plaid and the fun stitching. So you can go through and do that to all of your photo mats if you like. I do, just because I don't know why. I like it. I also have a fabulous navy pen, which goes well with this collection. And in the navy, with the navy, it looks really good on this lighter blue paper. So again, you can just go through, give it some stitches. And sometimes you might not want to do this until you actually have your photo, which is fine. You could always go back and do it after if you like this enhancement. Just go right back to put your photo down, and then you can take your pen and do the dots around it. So that's just a fun little trick that I like to use it for, use my pens for. So there's my little trick. Here is a set of finished pages that I'll show you just so you have an idea, with some inking on the corners and the sides. So enhancement, it gives it a little bit of detail. It's a little hard to tell in this lighting, but I'm usually a messy scrapper, and I say messy scrapper because I like ink and I like my hands to be dirty. So this is probably the cleanest you'll ever see my hands. See here that I used that little piece of paper that was left over in the embellishment pack. I used it here, and I just covered up the Croptoberfest with those fun little stickers that were left. My stitching is done, and then the same here. I used on page 3 those little stickers that were left. I just added them. I inked a little, did my stitches. Here's page 2. A little bit different positioning of the embellishments, which is fine. Again, it's your prerogative. You do it how you do you and how you want to. And I put the sticker on the side instead of on the bottom. And here as well, page 1, a little bit different. I put the ruffle on the side and just played around with some different embellishments in different positions, just because that's what's fun about this. These are merely ideas. So when you have this collection of paper and you get to do this, then you get to do it how you like it. So you have a fun set of papers that you can do lots of great stuff with. So with that being said, we are finished with the 4 pages. I hope I didn't go too fast. I hope you enjoyed doing them. I am going to show you in just a minute how to use some of the scraps. I had fun. Oh, here, let me just move the pages out of the way. I had fun using my scraps. You can see that from that kit, so you had 6 designer papers, 2 beautiful pieces of cardstock. This is all you had left over, were a couple of embellishments, this piece of paper, and a few stickers. So that's fabulous. As a scrapper, I love that. I love not having a ton of leftovers because it does kind of drive me crazy when I have too much left over. So I'm going to show you what you can do with your leftovers. If I can find my my fun card. So if you have some card blanks, whatever size you have and like, you can simply take your card blanks and make a fun card that'll go along with the same collection that you're using, and just use up your scraps right away. If you're a card maker, then you're going to love it because that's what you do. You use up your cards, right? I mean, you use up your scraps to make cards. So with this one, I just played around with it a little bit. I actually, let's see. I'm going to get my ink. If you know the ladies over at 𝐂𝐭𝐡, these are your favorites. So powder puffs from 𝐂𝐭𝐡 are the greatest inking and distressing inks. I love them. So you have to reach out to them if you want these. These are not a Creative Memories product, but I don't mind sharing that I love them. So I like to ink up my edges a little bit. It just gives it a little something. And then I just start playing around with it. So I have this piece. I have some other extra pieces left over. Maybe I'm going to make a card that says, yeah, I don't know, I pick you or something cute. So I think I'm going to do that actually. My apples. Actually, I have 2 apples. Let me use that one. Everybody loves getting a homemade card, right? Oh my goodness, that's almost perfect for this size card, huh? I even like this little wedge, little apple wedge. So if you have sticker letters or stamps, or you like to handwrite everything, then, you know, you could take and maybe use some stamps or some sticker letters and put across the top of the card, I pick you, or, you know, whatever. If you didn't want to use the apples and you wanted to do something different, then do something different, but make a fun little card. I had these banners left. I just totally forgot about those. Those are super cute too. I'm determined to use up all my scraps. So a fun little card on the inside, if you even wanted to use these triangles and put them in. I'm doing it quick. I don't even know how much time I have left. I hope I haven't run out. They might yell at me. Sean might get me. No, I'm kidding. I have one more big one. Let's see. Oh, I don't know. I'll put it at the top. The pressure's on. I would glue these down a little bit more secure, actually, if I was making a card, for sure. But you know, just make a little card, make a message, put a message on there, send it to somebody, use up your scraps. This is just a way to finish the project. So you have one sticker left, Bon Appetit. Maybe you want to send them an apple pie. Make someone an apple pie and give them a card that says Bon Appetit. I don't know. It's just a great way to use up your scraps if you have card blanks. And actually we sell those too, which I'll talk about later in my video. So I hope you've enjoyed the projects, the 4-page layout that we did just now, and super fun. If you have any questions or comments, reach out to me. I can be reached at scrappylee@yahoo.com, which is my email address. You can check out our products at creativememories.com/cm/scrappylee. Or you can like my page on Facebook at Happy Crafting with Leanne, and you can talk to me anytime. So I love sharing what I do, and I love helping people with their ideas and fun things. So don't be shy, reach out anytime, and I'll be happy to share. All right, y'all have a great rest of the Mega Make and Take event, and I look forward to working with you again soon. Hi guys, Leanne with Creative Memories back again to show off our catalog and some of our amazing products, and hopefully encourage you to try them out. So here we go. I'm going to flip the camera around and I'm going to walk you through the catalog and share with you some of my favorites. All right, here we go. So inside your kit, you all received a catalog, hopefully. That's the September through December 2020 catalog. If you didn't get a kit and you're still following along because you just love Expo and you're going to order some products and make all these fabulous things, just know that the same special applies to everyone. It's not just if you got the kit or not. So when I talk about the things we're doing and sharing with you a few of these things, some of them are related to the Croptoberfest kit that you received inside your Mega Make and Take box. But without further ado, the first thing I want to share with you is kind of how the catalog is laid out. It's tiny, but it is packed with a lot of great stuff. So you'll see as you flip through it, things like our cover set collection, our book cloth albums. If you're not familiar with strap load albums, that's what we sell, and they are incredible. You can put tons of pages in them and they last forever. So definitely check that out. And if you're not familiar with our albums, then reach out and I'll be happy to share with you either in a Facebook tutorial or a phone call or even a text. And I'll be happy to answer any questions you have. If you want to like my page on Facebook, it's Happy Crafting with Leanne. I know that's tiny and you can't see it, but it's right here. So you can see Happy Crafting with Leanne on Facebook, and then creativememories.com/cm/scrappylee is my ordering site. So you can go straight to Creative Memories and order from there and see the digital catalog. You can also reach out via text or phone call. My number's there, and my email is there as well. Just keep in mind if you do call me that I'm on the East Coast. So if you're in California, you might not want to call me at 9 o'clock your time because it'll be midnight here and I might not answer. Although I have been known to be up crafting that late. So just shoot me a text and I'll return your call as soon as I can. Flipping through the catalog, we have photo printing, which you may or may not have known, we have that available. So we do professional photo prints. You can get anywhere from $1 to $49 for 27 cents a print, or 50 plus for 25 cents a print. And they are amazing, beautiful, professional quality prints. Custom products, anything from digital albums to printed spines. So if you love having your albums on a bookshelf and being able to see exactly what it is and pull it out and know, oh, that was our trip to the Bahamas in 2019, then you can get beautiful foiled spines from Creative Memories that go on our book cloth albums. These are our Fast to Fab collection. If you're not familiar, because Creative Memories, took a break for a while and then came back, which, yay, we're back strong for 6 years now, and the new products are incredible. I love, love, love them because I was a old school scrapbooker with Creative Memories and came back to it in the last few years with all the new products, and it's just incredible. So our Fast to Fab albums are beautiful. When you get a cover set, this is from our Hello Autumn collection, and you open it up, it has these gorgeous pre-printed pages that have the jeeping down the side. So when you put your page protector on, it is protected, up to the side of the jeeping. These pages are printed Beautiful, beautiful paper. It's as if you had designer paper that you designed on, and it's, you know, attach them to your pages. We do have white pages as well, but the Fast to Fab idea is so fantastic because all you have to do is put your photo mats on the paper, photos down, embellish, a little journaling, and boom, your page is finished. So you can see that as I flip through this Hello Autumn book and how gorgeous some of the pages are. It's a 2-page complimentary layout each time. And you can take it apart and assemble it in what order you like. You don't necessarily have to use it in this order as it comes, because all of our albums do come apart completely and you can add to or take away. So this is a Fast to Fab album. And Fast to Fab means fast to fabulous, because that's what it is. So you will get your cover set, your pages, your page protectors, a set of embellishments, a tape runner, and this particular set includes one of our wonderful 2-sided pens, double pointed pens. So you have a thicker end and a fine point end on your pen. So these are great. You can give these as gifts, like for instance, someone who's getting married or maybe is having a new baby. We have beautiful cover set and box sets that come with these fabulous boxes. And this is a fabulous gift. I mean, it's Fast to Fab for a reason, because it really is fab. So if you're just itching to get some books done and you really need to get those pages, those photos in a book and get it on the shelf because you want to move on to other projects, then this is a great way to do that. So I encourage you to look at those. Designer papers. You got a sampling of the designer papers in the kit. You got 6 designer 2-sided pages and 2 pieces of our cardstock. So here are some collections of our designer paper, cardstock choices, stickers and embellishments. Oh my goodness, the embellishments and laser dies are to die for. So when you look at these and you see where it's 3 sheets of stickers, fantastic. But when it says that it's a laser border cut or a laser embellishment cut, it's no joke that it is just like pristine, perfect laser cut. They are so beautiful. I'm going to show you a page that I did that was from a project recipe from something we did a while back. And this is an example of from Beneath the Pines, and it's hard for you to tell, but this is just a punch from one of our punch collections, the Pine Cone. These wonderful frawny looking things and leaf things are from laser cuts. So it's hard to tell, but up close. And then these are from the sticker collection, which some stickers that I made 3D by just putting the pop dots underneath, or actually the foam dots underneath. So this is just, it's hard to tell on a video, and I'll hold it up close so you can see, but that's a laser cut, our fine tip laser cut embellishments, and they're gorgeous when they're down. So take advantage of looking through those on page 36 and 37. Like I said, incredible stickers, embellishments. You just can't go wrong. Here's a sneaky little page I'll show you. These I love. My sweet friend LaFonda, who is also a consultant and is my upline, made these gorgeous Disney pages for us for a page swap that we're in. And you can get an idea of something else fun that we have if you haven't tried those out. Are these fantastic Peekaboo Pockets. So maybe you're a scrapbooker that just can't get it done on one 12 by 12 page or even 2. So we have these fantastic pockets that you can now add to your pages. And look at that. Voila, you can add inside the pocket. You can put a layout on top. But now instead of just having 1, 2, 3, 4 spots for a photo, now you have 5, 6, page 6 spots or even more for a photo. So these fabulous pockets that we have, like I said, the Peekaboo Pockets. This one is so fun because she cut a hole out in it. So when you look here, you see Today is Magical. You have room for a photo. And here's a secondary Peekaboo Pocket. Check this out. So this is a full 12 by 6 Peekaboo Pocket. This is the 4 by 6, but watch this. Boom. When you open it, so you can put a picture there, journal here, a picture here, a picture here, here, and then 3 here. So it's just amazing what you can do and be creative with these collections. These are some of our fantastic border stickers and lasers as well. And this is, of course, from the Magic Awaits collection. These are some of the Magic Awaits layered border embellishments. So that's what was on that page that you saw there. So flipping on through, you can see again, more decorative stickers and embellishments. We have lots of those. But this is my favorite part of the catalog. So I wanted to dedicate some time to actually show you some of these tools so that you can understand why they're my favorite. It is without a doubt, and I've used a lot of products in 20 years that I've been scrapbooking, these are my favorite tools. So if you haven't experienced it, I'm going to show it to you so that you can run right out and get one. Order it from me and then you'll get your goodies, your freebies. So this is our border maker system, and it's going to come with the actual cutting piece or the actual device, and then you're going to get 2 blades that come with it. These are not the blades, but I'm going to show you these because I like showing them off so much. The one that is so fun and new is the apple border. So you're going to click it in just like this. It's in there. All right. This is what we're going to make. I'm going to just show you. I'm going to sneak and show you because I love it. You have underneath your tray here a paper guide. You're going to just flip it out, open up the tray, the paper catch, slide it into the edge, and then you click this down and the magnet keeps your paper in place because there's a magnet inside. Fold that out of the way, and then this handy tool that's your punch tool, you're going to love it. Oh, you're just going to love it. It has these little teeth that are here. You slide it in, match it up, and start to punch. Move it on down the paper. Again, it clicks into place. And you'll feel it because once you move it down, it clicks right into place. It's like a puzzle. And you just keep moving on down your paper. Oh my goodness. Voila! It's like magic. I love these. I love the border maker system, and we have so many cartridges that are available. You can make a 12-inch, you can make a 2-inch, you can make however many you want. You can cut these and mix them up. So you could certainly make it where you have some yellow apples and some red apples. You just match it right up how you like. Voila. Like that. You can layer them and have apples behind apples, however you like. This is an example of how I use them. I did a page layout that was the same Proptoberfest paper, but I just did a little something different using some of our punches. So this is the picket fence punch, grass punch, and then this is one of our border maker punches. You can barely see it there. That's kind of like that sweet little flower. And then here are the apples. And I just snipped it to fit inside the frame. I cut some more, put them in the corner here. And then on the page layout that's right next to it, I did some other fun stuff as well. You can kind of see. I'll lay it down flat so you can see the whole thing. So there you go. So fun. Tools from Creative Memories, embellishment packs, and paper. All of it. And you could do so many different things. These are the actual stickers and embellishments that you had, with the exception of the flowers and the eyelets that I put in there, or brads I put in there. All of this is from the same packet you had. So just to give you an idea, you're not locked in. When you get our fabulous designer kits, you can make it your own and make some fun stuff. So that is our border maker. I've made these fantastic leaves, which I've used. Our new one, stockings. So cute, so cute. So that's the border maker system. If you'll check it out on page, let's see here. If you'll check it out on page 48 and 49, you can see the system comes with the picket fence plus one extra you'll get to pick out. These are some of the borders that are available now. So that's the border maker system. Next up is our trimmer. Oh my goodness. I used it in the tutorial and I use it every day. It is my favorite. On page 50, you can see it pictured there. The reason it's my favorite is because of the versatility. If you're like me and you have to have every tool there is known to man, for scrapbooking, I have tried every trimmer out there. I had every pair of scallop scissors and jagged edge scissors and all those fun things that you could cut with all the decorative papers. Now you don't need any of that. You need one, this. Our trimmer is so amazing. The arm comes out. It measures up to 16 inches to the blade. So you have a full 16 inches and not just 12 inches for your cutting surface. You also have a rotary blade that's hidden inside a housing. So when you flip open, you're not going to risk cutting your hand by running it down here like we do with some of our other trimmers and the blade is sticking out. The blade is actually housed inside of this, and when you press down, then the blade is released. It's hard to tell in this picture, but in the video, I'm sure, but the blade doesn't come out until you press down. So to give you an idea of how clean a cut you can get, and why it's so fabulous, you press down once your paper's in and pull, and you have a clean cut. You can cut the tiniest piece of paper because it has a paper guide, and you can see inside where that little point is exactly where your blade is going to go. Well, that was terrible. I didn't do a good job. So you can pull it straight down the paper, and you see how tiny piece of paper that I just cut. That's probably more for quilling, with the blade and housed in there. Now, the neat thing about our trimmer is this, the self-healing mat. It comes where it's removable, and it has the number 1, 2, 3, and 4 on there. And the reason is because each time you use it, once you've, say, done 1,000 cuts, I don't even know, because it just depends on how many what kind of paper you're cutting. When your blade becomes a little like, oh, it's not cutting quite straight, or it feels a little rough, all you do is take your self-healing mat out. I start with 1 and go to 2, move it so you can just flip it over, put the number at the top. So you can see I'm on number 2 right now. And I literally have used this blade for probably 4 or 5 months and have just now turned it around. So, and I use my trimmer every day. And now you have a clean self-healing mat underneath your blade. That's fabulous. But this is the Mac Daddy. This is the best part about this trimmer, and the reason you're going to love it. All those special blades that you see on page 50, you don't have to search around in some kind of basket or a box or another tool set to find them. They're all right here on your trimmer underneath. So to give you an example, I'll pull out the scallop blade, pull it out, open the housing right here. I'm going to just take out my straight edge blade and see it's nice and safe. I'm not going to cut myself. Pop in my scallop, close it, and I am ready to cut. I wasn't digging for a tool or looking for scissors. And voila, I have 2 cuts. I have a wave cut, which is beautiful, and I have this gorgeous scallop cut on the edge of my paper, which you can do so much with. So this tool is like super versatile, and it is literally the best trimmer on earth, I think. Of course, I'm biased, but that's our trimmer. Gotta have it. If you haven't experienced it, you definitely want to give it a try. I wish you could come to one of my in-person crops, and then you could test it out and know just how fabulous it is. Another item in our catalog, which are our punches. Again, there's so many to try and so many reasons why they're amazing, but I'm going to quickly show you our border maker, border punch. And rather than the border maker system, which is similar, this is the border punch. The way these work is they have a line on the inside right here, and you just line up your paper. You start to punch. Then you move the paper outside, line it up with that blue guide, keep it flat against the edge on this side, and keep punching. And as you keep punching, you have created this beautiful border. I won't keep punching, so I think you get the idea. So you have a border punch that's still attached to your paper, so you can trim it however you like. You can have a scalloped edge even, because that's what I'm going to do, since that's what's on my trimmer. So you can trim it off and make it as big or as small as you want. You can cut those and make individual presents. That's the fun thing about our borders, or about our punches rather, is that you can use them so versatilely, and you can make stickers out of them. You can make all kinds of embellishments. You could make just about anything. So here, you've got individual presents, or you have attached presents. You can just do so much. So it's fun to play around with and layer and just kind of experiment and enjoy figuring it out. Here's a nice example of pages that I did that were for the beach a while back. Border maker, punch. I cut them and made palm fronds from a palm tree so that it looks like a palm tree. Even though I didn't have a palm tree, I kind of made up my own. Hibiscus punches. again, they look like beautiful, almost like laser punches when you punch them out. So they're crisp, nice and crisp and clean. All right, guys, so that's a little bit about what we have in the catalog. Obviously, there's tons more, but I wanted to make sure that you knew what our specials are so that you can enjoy them when you order and figure out how to get in touch with me. So first things first, $50 or more order between now and December 18th, you're going to get one of our fabulous tape runners that's refillable. So once you use it up, you can get another refill. Fill it back up. $100 or more, you're going to get the tape runner and this exclusive pack of embellishments, Christmas embellishments from 2020. If you place an order of any number, whether it's $10, $5, or $250, whatever, I'm going to send you those things. But I'm also, if it's under $50, I'm going to send you a little goodie that's a special. I won't tell you what it is. I'm going to keep it a secret. So any orders placed between now and December 18th, you're going to get a free surprise gift. You can reach me on Facebook. You can order here at creativememories.com/cm/scrappylee. Email me, or you're welcome to call or text. I'll be happy to answer any questions you have. And I'm about to run out of time, so I hope you'll have a wonderful rest of the Mega Make and Take, and you enjoy the show, and hopefully come back again soon. All right, take care, guys.